Welcome to the Blerds and Nerds podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Blerds and Nerds podcast. I'm Shannon.
James.
I'm Jaja.
And we're back bringing you all our thoughts on everything happening in nerd culture. Look who's here, guys. Well, for those of us who are watching the YouTube, or we'll hear in a second, it's James, our long-lost friend.
Perfect attendance, by the way.
Back for the pod. Real quick, if you are...
I was going to say straight from Tokyo, Japan.
Yes, straight from Japan. Can't wait to hear about all the nerdy things you've been doing out there. But before we get into that, though, if you're new to the podcast, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, leave a comment on our episodes, or you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your podcast app of choice. But really, though, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We would appreciate it. What has everyone been up to? James has to go first. I'm very curious. James is still in...
Plenty of nerdy
James
things. Yeah, I'm still out here. And, I've been here a week and a half. So, started off in Tokyo. I'm here for the World Track and Field Championships. So, track meet, World Championships, that was like my main reason. So, I watched plenty of the races. I didn't go today, though, but I watched all the sprint finals for sure. Some of the semis, some of the prelims. So the 1 and the 2 I was there for. The 400 I was there for, and then 400 hurdles for sure. I didn't happen to get tickets for any of the relay days, so I went 4 different nights for the track meets. But outside of that, Tokyo stuff, anime stuff. They have a JoJo store. Had to make sure I got there. Yeah, I was gonna try to see Demon Slayer out here, but then I was looking for like a theater that played the dub. I didn't know the dub didn't come out, so I probably should have just went and saw it subbed.
The dub?
But yeah,
in Japan. In Japan.
Yeah, maybe not in Japan, but here the dub was out.
Yeah.
It was hard to find because some of them didn't even have subtitled showings. So I was probably pressing my luck.
To find English dub out there. Yeah.
Yeah, I was probably pressing my luck, but yeah, I mean, I could have. I had some free days. I took some naps. Took some naps out here, so that's all good.
Okay.
But yeah, the JoJo store. They have a it's called JoJo World store in, I forget where it was. Maybe Shinjuku or Shibuya, but yeah, I went there. It was insanely packed, so it was like you had to get a ticket for timed entry to come back. So I had to go get a timed entry to come back to JoJo store. Definitely got some stuff in there. Bought some cool stuff. Yeah. Where else did I go? Oh, they had like Sega store, Pokemon store, Nintendo store, all in the same building. So I went to kind of browsed all those, but been buying random things here and there. What else did I do? I went to Osaka for Universal Studios Japan. That's where Universal Studios is. So finally got a chance to go there. Last time I came, I didn't go out there because I didn't realize it was 3 hours away on the train. So took the 3-hour train ride on the bullet train. Hit Osaka. Yeah, Super Nintendo World, crazy packed. So there you have to do you have to use the Universal app, and then you get a timed entry to get into the actual area of Universal. I mean the Nintendo World. Most of the world's like you're just walking around and you just go in there like oh, I'm in Harry Potter World now. But yeah, you got to get timed entry, and you got to scan your QR code at the front of the line once it's your turn to go in. So you actually got to take turns getting in there. It's that
I can imagine that it's probably insanely packed at that one for sure.
Yeah, and it was dumb hot. So I went in the morning. I think I got there by like 9. It was by 9 o'clock. It was already almost 90 degrees. So I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a scorcher.
Yikes.
Definitely walking around sweating. What else? There was some other stuff I did in Osaka. Shopping, very shopping. It wasn't as much anime stuff in Osaka. Well, that I did. It wasn't. I mean, I'm sure it's there, but I didn't go do anime stuff on purpose. But yeah, I was staying in Tokyo for the majority of the time. I did a day trip to Kyoto too, did some shopping out there. Got a cool new watch.
I saw. First of all, sorry, James, I'm gonna interrupt you real quick. Don't be
Feel
talking
free.
to us about spending money, okay? Because every time I saw you post on Instagram, you were spending money on something.
And I was just being
I don't wanna
a
hear it.
tourist. I was being a good, responsible tourist.
Okay,
Well, you can't go to Japan and not spend money.
I know. Obviously,
Exactly.
yes, obviously.
You got to support the local economy, you know?
Did you
That's
bring
exactly what I
an
was
extra
doing. Like any good tourist.
Did you bring an extra suitcase with you to bring back all your stuff?
Yeah, so my check bag, the only thing in there was another bag with another suitcase. So that'll give you an idea how much room I was expecting to bring stuff back.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I actually
Did you
didn't
go
bring that many clothes here. I had to buy some clothes out here for like some of my kids because I didn't bring clothes for like 11 days worth of being out here. So that's how few stuff I brought. I brought so little stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You were ready to just bring. When I go to Japan, I definitely have to bring a whole separate extra
Yeah,
suitcase.
Sharon will probably be there next month. You never know with her.
You never know. Probably. Did you go to the Have you been to the Gundam Museum? Is that still open? Like
Not the museum. I saw the Gundam, like the moving Gundam before.
the big thing? Yeah, the Gundam factory.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah, I didn't
it's
go to
not there
the
anymore though, right?
museum.
I think they took it down.
Um, I'm not sure. I didn't walk past her this time, so I didn't even
Okay.
see. Yeah, but I did go to, dang, what was it? A museum. Oh, they have a Seiko museum. So if anyone's into watches, Seiko, they have a museum with about their partnership with track and field. So like the different instrumentation they use for measuring time in track and field. I went to that. It was pretty
That's
neat.
cool.
As a person into watches and also track and field, I was enjoying it quite a bit. Dang, what else did I do? Bunch of random stuff. Bunch of random Tokyo stuff.
That sounds awesome. Living
Yeah,
the
the food is good.
ultimate.
The
Of course.
walking is plenty.
Yeah, that sounds.
The dollar is still strong against the yen. So if you guys are planning to go anytime soon, just pay for stuff in yen.
Yeah, I do want to try to get out there, like relatively soon before everything is expensive because of our
Yeah.
economy. But that's neither here nor there.
Logistically, I actually didn't withdraw any cash. So completely
Nice.
cashless. Yeah, I was able to just use my card during the entire
Okay.
time. Yeah, I literally withdrew no cash at all. So
Nice.
very clutch.
What is this their second time to Japan in 2 years? Because we went last year, right? Or was it the year before that you went for Halloween?
Nah, I went the year before for Halloween.
Oh, really?
Very fun time. Yeah.
Time
So
is
it's
like so strange. I could
2023?
have sworn that was last year. Okay.
It felt like
Yeah.
it.
Actually, what at Universal, they're already like getting their Halloween stuff ready. So actually, I saw
Yeah.
like a Chainsaw Man, like a 4D Chainsaw Man thing in there. But yeah, they had Halloween themed stuff in there. And at nighttime, it's already Halloween. So
Yeah.
if we would have went at
Halloween.
night, it would have been Halloween. But I think Universal, well, not Universal, Disney is Halloween as well
Yeah.
already.
It
So,
usually starts the last week of August is when they start doing their Halloween stuff.
oh, last week of August. Oh yeah, they're
Yeah,
not playing
last week.
around.
Yeah, they're trying to maximize their profits, of course. And then once Halloween is
Understand?
done, then it's like they give it a couple weeks, and then they're starting to put up their Christmas stuff already. So yeah, they definitely got to maximize the Halloween spending on the extra Halloween events. So yeah. Because when I was in Florida for Labor Day, we went to Halloween Horror Nights at Universal because
Oh, that's crazy.
yeah, it was like, yeah, it's like it feels way too early, but yeah, they start early out there for sure. But yeah, that's awesome.
Oh wait, I did want to mention Crunchyroll does not work out here. I didn't know that. I was trying to watch some stuff.
What do you mean Crunchyroll doesn't work out there? What?
Yeah, it's only I don't know if you gotta have a account that's global or something, but yeah, I tried. Crunchyroll was like not available in this region. I was like, oh, okay.
In the region of Tokyo? That doesn't make any sense.
Wow,
But I
you
guess
would have to
locally,
get
if you're, yeah, I feel like people in Japan probably watch it maybe on cable or they have some other streaming service that they use. But yeah, Crunchyroll did not work.
you would need
I
a
have-
VPN probably, and to ping in the US.
But that's so weird that you would need that though.
Yeah, I was able to use a VPN to connect to like USA to watch the stuff on Peacock. So I'm
Yeah.
sure that would have worked for Crunchyroll. But
I'm not
yeah, just
surprised.
natively off the pure Wi-Fi, I was like, nah, no Crunchyroll, that stinks.
I want to Google why that is. That's so
The
strange.
way these streaming services work internationally is bugged out.
It's probably
How
a different price
stuff
point and
is
everything.
available in different regions. It's insane.
Okay, so it says the platform lacks distribution rights for most of its content within Japan because those rights are often sold to other regional services like Netflix or local broadcast networks.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, I
So
should check
it
Netflix.
kinda
See what's
sounds-
on there.
Yeah, it kind of sounds to me like the NFL stuff I was describing. Like over there, since it's so popular, localized over there, they make their people get a whole bunch of different streaming services. They're selling the rights to the most whoever is, popping over there. And internationally, we just got Crunchyroll, High Dive, these streaming services that just kind of congregate everything. That's interesting.
Yeah, it makes sense when you explain it that way, but it's just so crazy to think about. Interesting. Okay. But
Right.
yeah, I guess it makes sense.
Outside of that though, no gaming, no anime. Well, because I try to watch anime, but
Of course you have it, but that's fine. You're in the nerd capital, so you've been doing enough for sure. Jaja, what have you been up to?
I made sure I went and saw Demon Slayer. That's for sure. So I saw Demon Slayer. Felt so bad coming on here last week without seeing Demon Slayer. I didn't like Shannon's disappointing look she gave me. And I think I'm one episode behind on DandaDan.
Okay.
I don't think I've seen the latest one. And
Yeah.
then been playing No Man's Sky, still playing around with the new features, and then Skate came out last week, so I've been talking about that, the free to play version of Skate. Jumped into that, been having a lot of fun. You know, the pros and cons to the game, but overall, it's a pretty decent game. You know, it's live service, so you know what comes with live service. There are pros and cons to live service, but we'll see.
Yeah.
It seems like they're trying to do the Fortnite model, and they're gonna try. They're trying with this game to make it one of those. So, and it has potential. But it's a lot of fun skate. I'm not like a super like skateboarder in real life. You know, I have a lot of friends that skateboard and tried to teach me how to skateboard. The farthest I've done an ollie and I've done a pop shove it.
Oh, at least you did it. At least you could do
180
a
pop
trick.
shove it.
Yeah.
Barely.
That's
Like,
it's scary
so,
to try to do tricks. During the pandemic, I learned how to longboard. Not like tricks though. I learned how to ride the longboard like straight. But I can't like trying to do a trick is scary on a skateboard or a longboard. So at least you could do that.
yeah. Yeah, this is honestly my favorite skateboarder game. So that's it for my nerdy things. I've been just besides that and work, football.
DandaDan's over, guys. The last episode of this week. This episode was the last episode of the season. So
Oh, man, I got to get caught up.
yeah. So how far behind are you?
About 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay, yeah. So I watched the season finale. It was good. This season of DandaDan was really good. So I think I'm actually gonna read it. I've decided. So yeah. So it ends off on chapter like 71. I think is where the anime ends up, and I think there's like 209 chapters out or something like that. So
There's
I think
plenty
I'm
of
gonna.
reasons.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna read it just because I want to see where it goes, and who knows? They said that the next season's probably not coming out till 2027, so that's way longer than what it took for the second season to come out. So I watched that. I haven't been doing a lot of actually, yeah, no, I haven't played anything unfortunately this week. But Gen V, you guys didn't watch Gen V. But Gen V's out, season 2's out, so I've been watching that. The first 3 episodes are out. Gen V is really good for those who haven't seen it. But I forgot, Jaja, you like The Boys? You watched The
Yeah,
Boys?
of course. I'm
But
not up to date on it, and I haven't started Gen V, but I am a
Gen
boys
V,
fan.
Gen V is so good. But James, you don't like The Boys.
No, I never finished it.
Never finished it. But Gen V, I think you would like Gen V. Gen V is so much better than The Boys. It's so good. So I've been watching that. I've been keeping up with Peacemaker, which is also going, also still good. What else have I been watching? I don't know. I had, for some reason, like, I forgot. I think, like, Captain America was on cable one day, and I was watching it, and I was like, I forgot how much I enjoyed this movie. So then I went on, like, I rewatched a couple Marvel movies over the last week, just because I was in the mood to. I watched, like, all the Captain America movies, and I watched Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland, and I watched all the Avengers movies. So I watched a lot, actually. So that's where my energy was going. It didn't feel like a lot to me. But yeah, it was a light warm-up because, you know, I'm going to do my full rewatch soon. I think when we're like 6 months out from Doomsday, I'm going to do like a full like show and movie chronological timeline order of the MCU. That's going to be fun.
Finally watching Moon Knight.
I watched Moon Knight, guys. I just never finished it. So
I might join you for Phase 4.
Oh, for Phase, you're gonna do a rewatch of Phase 4? Yeah.
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 I can't.
might enjoy you guys watching it because I'm not watching it.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm not excited to do a rewatch of Phase 4, but I'm gonna do it just leading up to Doomsday. But yeah, there's so many things. I don't think I've seen anything in Phase 4 more than one time, except for Spider-Man Far From Home. But every other movie that came out, I've only seen it the once, and I've never seen it again. So this will be interesting to revisit some of that. I forgot about half the movies, like Shang-Chi. I saw that in the thing. I was like, I forgot all about this movie. I only saw it the one time in theaters. I only saw Eternals one time in theaters. I don't even remember what else came out. All the other things that came out, I've only seen it one time. So it's gonna be interesting to go back and watch it. And I think that was all of my nerdy things this month's issue of Game Informer came in the mail. I have not opened it out of the plastic. This is like Ninja Gaiden is on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
So that's this month's issue. Gotta read that. And yeah, that was all my nerdy things. Well, James, thanks for coming on and telling us about your nerdy things.
Of course, yeah. Hey, perfect attendance.
Yes, we'll see you next week when you're back for real, for real.
Yeah, but I'll show all my stuff.
Okay.
So subscribe to YouTube.
Yes, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Appreciate you, bro.
All
Bye,
right, see you guys.
James.
Gotta keep that perfect attendance.
I
That's
know.
how it's done.
Just finding little ways to skirt around perfect attendance. But let's get into some video game news. There's a lot happening in the video game world this week. We can start with Xbox, who has raised their prices again, unsurprisingly, due to, of course, tariffs and other things going on in the U.S. economy. Raised their prices in the U.S. specifically. So the Xbox Series X, the 512 gig is going to be $399 now, up $20 from $379. The Xbox Series S 1 terabyte is now $449, up $20 from $429. The Xbox Series X digital is now $599, which is $50 more from $549. The Xbox Series X, like regular, is $649, and that's up $50 from $599. And the Xbox Series X 2 terabyte Galaxy Special Edition, $799, up $70 from $729. So it's now $800 for the 2 terabyte Galaxy Special Edition. So we all know why prices are going up. They're not the only ones to raise their prices. Every major video game company has raised their prices in one form or another, so this is not surprising. I don't know, Jaja, if you have any thoughts on this, but I don't really know if anyone is anyone, I don't know.
Yes.
Because it's Xbox. Like, our console sales, are people buying Xboxes actively right now because of cloud gaming, or are they just playing their games elsewhere?
Well, I was gonna say, as someone who personally does not have an Xbox Series X or S yet, and does a lot of their current gen gaming through Xbox, the PC app, and Steam and stuff like that, I was looking forward to buying a Series X, but I'm not anymore because of the price hikes, obviously. Why would I want to pay more for something that's been out for years, $100 cheaper? Like,
Yeah.
it should have been, the price should be going down and not going up. This is kind of weird to me. But yeah, they said market conditions or macroeconomic environment, whatever. I think what my take is, I think with the ROG coming out, and people are speculating it's supposed to be 900 and the lower end model 650 or 600. I'm thinking they're trying to, because in the beginning, it the ROG Ally being 900 and the console being $500. It's like, is the portable that much? Should it be that much more expensive than consoles? I think they're trying to get that price, the price of consoles, up to the level of the remote device. Also, I think this is kind of like forcing people to buy the Xbox Series X, especially if it goes on sale for Black Friday for its original price. Like, let's say it drops down to its original price. Now it's like everybody who had the Xbox Series X on their mind is gonna buy it on Black Friday. Like, I know that's my.
Because it's all a scam, because they're gonna raise it and then bring it back down. Yeah, they probably will. That's kind of
Or
crazy. Actually.
just to push people, maybe to get a final push to see, how much the demand on the system. It could also be to push people to, buy the remote device. Hey, we're raising the price of this. We're not going to subsidize this anymore. And, it'll force people to, move towards the ROG possibly. I don't know. I think it's some psychology game they're playing with us. And yeah, they always do this. Good news and then bad news comes out. I was waiting for this. As soon as whenever Microsoft comes out with good news, because they've been coming up with updates all week to the app. They released the Microsoft full screen experience. You can download it to any portable device right now. There's been a lot of good news, and I was just waiting for the bad news, and this is it. They're raising the prices again out of nowhere. It is what it is.
Because they already raised the prices on their consoles, or did they just raise the price of Game Pass before? I forget.
They raised the price of the consoles.
So this is the second time they've raised the price on their consoles. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, they're ahead of the curve, because everybody's only so far, Sony and Nintendo, they've only price hiked once. That's not to say that they're not going to do it again as well, but Xbox is just the first company to do it. But yeah, it's surprising, and it's only going to get, we're probably going to see it again for more people. But I mean, we're between a rock and a hard place right now, I guess. Some companies don't have any choice but to raise their prices if, the cost of manufacturing and shipping is going to go up. which it is. So it's just an unfortunate domino effect of our
Yeah,
current
let's find a way
environment.
to make the Xboxes in America, not in China. How about that?
I mean, it's probably gonna cost more to do that here as well. But the thing is that they even have to do that in the first place. So that's what the problem is. But yeah. So if you're looking to get Xbox, then the price is gonna go up. Unfortunately, sorry to say. But yeah. So like you said, the ROG Ally, the price has supposedly leaked. And like you said, Jaja, it'll be priced at between $549 and $899 for the two different versions. But yeah, it is kind of crazy that the handheld device is more expensive than the actual console. So I wonder. I mean, it's a computer, but I lost my train of thought. Actually, never mind. I had a
At the
thought and I
point,
lost it.
I think I know where you're going. Like at the point where I'm at, I'm like, is this device more powerful than my laptop? Like that's something I have to think about. And
Maybe. I mean, it
you know
depends on
what I
the kind of
mean?
laptop. I mean, it probably is more powerful than some laptops for sure. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure my laptop is better than a Series S. I'm not sure if it's better than the ROG. I'm assuming I think it's better than the Steam Deck, but I'm gonna assume that it's better than the ROG. And if it is,
I mean, I would
so
hope it's. I mean, is it better than the ROG, or is this just a branded ROG
I'm
with
I'm gonna
Xbox?
assume, like, let's say for the sake of the argument, it is my laptop's better than the ROG.
Okay.
I don't think I necessarily am like running to the ROG in that case. Like I have
Yeah.
the, laptop's pretty portable. It's not as portable, and yeah, I like the console feel of the ROG, and I would love to have it. But like hooking up a controller wirelessly to a laptop is no biggie. You could connect it to a TV. I'm not running to go get the ROG right now, especially all the updates that come out with the app should hit the PC app. Um, it's gonna be interesting to see, how many of these units sell with Xbox, with everything being an Xbox. Like I'm interested to see
Yeah.
the demand for the hardware now.
I don't know. We're in tough times. So I mean, but I said that about the Switch as well. But I don't know. I don't think it'll be interesting when this launches. It'll be interesting to see the sales numbers because I don't really think anyone's really, like you said, I don't think anyone's really clamoring for this right now. So yeah, we'll see when it comes out how it does sales wise. But it's a hard time to be paying $800 for a console right now. But at least you're not paying $1479 for a Legion Go 2 because that's insane. Who's buying that right now is the question.
How much is
I'm
the
sure.
PS Portal? Like $200? I'd rather pay that.
Well, the PS Portal, I mean, but like when you're stacking them up against each other, they're like completely different consoles. So you're paying $250 for your Portal because like it's just your PlayStation connected to Wi-Fi. They couldn't have charged any more than that because that would have been criminal. But now you can play. But now you can play cloud gaming on your PlayStation, but you still need Wi-Fi. So the device is useless without Wi-Fi. I'm actually about to sell my Portal because my Wi-Fi sucks and I can't like get any good use out of it. So I'm about to. It's just sitting here collecting dust, and I was like, I wanna like it and play it, but it's just not working for me. It's not working for me. But yeah,
Yeah.
so it comes out. It comes out in a couple weeks. October 15th is the release date.
Mhm.
October 16th, one of those days. So yeah, we'll follow up. We'll see how it sells, and it's like its first couple of weeks out. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think anyone's clamoring for it.
Yeah, I just think the whole like all the prices in general in the video game industry is we're trending in the wrong direction, and I don't see it like I don't really see this being sustainable. Like it's
No.
too expensive to play video games. This is not. This
Mm-mm.
wasn't supposed to be some luxury item.
Yeah, but
Like,
that's what we've been saying for like the past few months. Like it's becoming, yeah, it's like,
and they're saying that the younger kids aren't even spending money on video games anymore. Like they finding other stuff to do, and I don't blame them.
well, younger kids are playing like Fortnite and things like that, and that's all they care about. Where it's just like they pay for their updates, and they're not buying like new games like over and over repetitively. Yeah, so that is where we are, and I don't blame them because games are $80 and $90, and they're way, way, way too expensive. So I'm not surprised. Anything else about the ROG or Xbox?
No,
We'll move
we
on.
will see more this week at Tokyo Game Fest.
Yes, thank you for reminding me to watch that.
I think it's the 25th.
Yeah,
I don't know
it is.
what day that is.
That date sounds familiar. I think is that Thursday. Okay. At some weird time, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a weird time for us.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. So
So I'll be watching. I don't think I'll catch this live. I'll be watching the playback.
yeah. All right, moving on to some Nintendo news. In Nintendo's active ongoing lawsuit with Pocket Pair, which is the developers of Palworld, Nintendo says mods don't count as prior art as they're not full games, and this is their argument in attempting to sway the judge in the Palworld lawsuit. So, the argument by Nintendo is that mods require a separate base game to function, so therefore are not art by themselves. So they're using this as because Pocket Pair made the argument that there are people that design Pokemon mods, and so like they're not the first people basically to put their they're trying to make the argument that the patented gameplay was already being featured in other games elsewhere, like through mods. And then Nintendo's response to that is that mods are not considered prior art. And this is concerning to a lot of people because if the judge accepts the fact that mods are not considered prior art, then that gives the green light basically for developers to basically take mods and like incorporate them into their own games and not give the modders any credit or anything like that. Basically, their mod designs are not protected anymore if it's not considered prior art. If that goes through, it's concerning. It's concerning for a lot of people that develop mods right now. So we'll have to see how that plays out. I would be kind of nervous too. And yeah, that's kind of fucked up for Nintendo to even, I'm not surprised, honestly, that they made that argument, but that's really fucked up if the judge rules on that side of it, because modders put a lot of hard work and creativity into their mods. So for their stuff, for them to not have any protections when it comes to the things that they develop, meaning that like somebody else, like a developer out there could see a mod and be like, I like that, I'm going to incorporate that into my game. And then that's it. Their idea is gone, stolen. They don't get any credit for it. They don't get any compensation for it. That's the kind of stuff that can happen if the judge leans towards this side in the future. So Nintendo being extremely anti-consumer with that argument, but they're just coming off very salty that they didn't think of Palworld first.
There's some other stuff that I've seen in the news about this Palworld lawsuit. So,
oh yeah,
like September 2nd, I believe, and September 9th, they just filed 2 new patents. One is talking about pretty much they described the mechanic of getting on a mount, flying, and then coming back to land and the mount turning back into a land mount. So they patent flying mount in a sense. And then the other one was summoning a sub-character that auto battles things that come like by itself. They just did 2 new patents. One for auto summoning a creature pretty much, and then one for flying mounts. So it's like, and people are saying like these mechanics have been in games before Pokemon even existed. Yeah, so they're pretty much trying to bully people into not using the mechanic, because if you use the mechanic, even though you might even win a court case, do you have the money to battle Nintendo? Like in this court case, they're just trying to scare you from doing it. You might win the court case, but you're going to drain your funds in the meantime. So
were those patents accepted?
I think so. I think they were granted patents, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. The USPTO issued the patent on September 2nd without any rejection. They filed the application in March of 2023.
They should have never given that to them, especially the mount patent. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because that's such like a generic thing that could be used in any type of game in any sort. So Nintendo is so petty. They're the definition of being petty. And really, it's like the Pokemon company is being extremely, extremely petty in a way that's like,
like at this point, I feel like other companies could, like, if they wanted to, kind of like join forces and class action sue the crap out of Nintendo. Like World of Warcraft has flying mounts and battling pets. You got Monster Hunter. I could name a bunch of different big games too that this might affect.
Flying mounts. That's what I'm saying. It's like so generic. Like you can't. And I doubt like Nintendo will sue every game that uses flying mounts in their game, just the games that they feel are threatening to them, that is the bigger problem right here. So those patents should have never been granted to them. That is crazy because yes, to your point, they're going to use that to bully other people who have a semblance of a good idea that they feel threatened by. Be like, nope, can't do that. Like that's so crazy. That is so just like, that's so petty on their part. I can't believe they did that. Actually, I can believe it, but like it's still fucked up. Wow.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting to see how this plays out. You know, I hope Palworld doesn't go under. This will set a bad precedent.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Come on, Nintendo. And yet, yeah, we should like that. Nintendo, just make a good game. Stop being so worried about Palworld. They're so mad.
Copy Palworld. If they copied everything in Palworld that came out with a Pokemon version, no one would bat an eye, and it would sell millions of copies. That's the crazy
They're
part.
so mad that they didn't come out with it first. This is what happens when you keep recycling the same formula and it's partially the consumer's fault because we keep buying Pokemon games, so they keep regurgitating the same ideas and not being innovative because they're like, we don't need to be creative because people are going to buy this Pokemon game regardless. And yeah, that's what
there are a group of people like wishing Nintendo would make better Pokemon games.
Oh, I'm sure.
All the ROM hacks for Pokemon. There's million different ROM hacks you could get and like custom versions of Pokemon MMO. There's a whole bunch of different Pokemon games that are made to just satisfy people who are looking for a better experience. But
I'm sure. Like I know everyone's looking for a better experience, but also people are still buying Pokemon games, regardless of the fact that they're not getting a better experience. So because of that, it doesn't matter if you complain. If the sales numbers are if Pokemon is still selling at record sales numbers, then they're not going to feel any incentive to do anything differently because then they don't have to. They don't have to exert the extra resources or like the extra brain power to come up with something better because they know their game's going to sell. That's kind of like what's happening with Apple right now. But that's neither here nor there. Not to throw shade at the Apple people, but like y'all buy iPhones every year and nothing changes, and that's why they're not innovative. But
another example that just came to my head was Madden. Like they don't have no competition. They know their game's gonna sell. It just brings me back to the whole 2K when they were competing with Madden. It was a healthy competition. You knew the games were gonna improve year after year because they were fighting for who's gonna be the better game. Now Madden's just whatever.
But you know what's crazy? Madden and 2K and like MLB, the show, like all those games that are just the same game year after year, but it's just like updated roster and like slightly updated like gaming mechanics, but they sell it as a full price game every year and people still buy it. It's crazy to think about because it doesn't need to be a full game. It could be DLC. It could be DLC. It could be a season pass that comes out every year at half the price.
There used to be like big enough improvements to justify a brand new game, and at this point it's just tradition that every year the sports title needs to be that year's sports title. Like it's just been happening for so long that I get what you're saying, but like it's gonna just keep happening. Like they're just gonna make a whole new game and try to upgrade the graphics, upgrade the mechanics.
So crazy because like that it's so insane because it's literally like the same. Like it's very little updates.
I mean, I would say in the past like 5, maybe 7 years, like the upgrades have slowed down, but like there used to be huge upgrades in basketball games year after year. Like huge. It justified a yearly release, but more recently, it's arguable. Like you might have a point.
I don't know, Jaja. I think it's definitely like I feel like it's very minuscule. Like I feel like now they could do like. Maybe they do like a release every other year. They could do a season pass and like update the rosters and everything for half the price. But like these games are what, $70, right? There's no way they're charging $80 for NBA 2K and like, but still like $70 year after year for the same game. You could be buying you could be using that money for a different game or like anything else really.
You're not even seeing half of it. $70 for a yearly game, and now with all these stupid microtransactions, they're making tons of money. I just seen what's this YouTube guy? He said he spent like $32,000 in the game on microtransactions.
32,000 or 3,200? 32,000 is crazy. I hope you mean
I
3,200.
want to say 32,000, but even
What?
3,200 is
Well,
ridiculous.
even no, but
I
that's
think you
insane. But
said
that's what I'm saying.
32,000. I'm not gonna lie.
32,000 sounds unheard of and ridiculous. And if you don't ever say if that is true, it doesn't even matter if you have the means to do it. You should never repeat that out loud because that is insane. 32,000 in a video game. I hope it's not 32,000. I hope it's 3,200. But even that's pretty bad. But don't say that out loud. Don't repeat that to anybody because that is insane.
Two personalities spent approximately $32,831.68 in in-game microtransactions.
They should have never admitted that out loud. That is
That's
so
why
crazy.
they get a new game every year. Just because of that one guy.
They've tapped into like the cash grab. They've fully hooked people like a year because again, you get to sell your games at full price year after year after year, and then yes, your people spending all this money in microtransactions. Guys, it's a video game. What are we doing? There's a life to be lived out there. I don't know. That's so crazy, but whatever.
1,000. You know what I could do? 32,000.
A lot. I could do a lot with that money. And none of it would be getting spent on video games. I can guarantee you that. Or very little of it would be. Wow.
So yeah, well, we went on a tangent just now.
I know. I don't even know how we got on this topic. Because I was talking about like how Pokemon games are the same. Like there's no need for them to be innovative because people are so buying the games when they come out and they're the same year after year. But not saying that it's all the consumer's fault. It's still Pokemon. It's still the Pokemon company's fault. But yeah, the patent, the fact that they were granted the patent is fucked. So now they're gonna be able to bully forever anyone they want to, and it's not good. As well as steal modders' designs probably now if the judge rules in the favor that mods are not prior art. So if the Pokemon company sees a mod that's intuitive and they're like, oh, that's cool, they can just take that person's mod. Stop making mods for Pokemon. That's what y'all need to do. Stop it. Because one day they're going to steal your design and like nothing's going to be able to happen. Like you're not going to be able to do anything about it. If the judge rules on this in their favor on this, we have to see.
That's a good time to remind everyone that they went and stole some fan artwork and put it in their Pokemon card game and tried to use it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
As one of the legendary bird artworks, and they got caught. But I'm glad their bullying hasn't really like slowed down Palworld because they're still pushing. They're still in early access, about to drop their 1.0. They're making plans to fully release, and I'm really excited for that because just the amount of content they added to the game in early access is absolutely, it's kind of insane. Like how big of a game Palworld is. They added a whole new island, tons of new pals, tons of new like stuff you could build. Like Palworld is a really, really like you can dive into that game and have endless hours of fun.
Yep. And they said they're planning a huge amount of content for their full release and their 1.0 update. So that's going to give people a lot to look forward to. If you kind of fell off of Palworld recently, you can look forward to the actual release of the game. It looks like there's going to be a lot of bug fixes and just a lot more content to look forward to than what was initially there. So that's cool.
That's kind of scary.
What's scary?
That there's how big of an update they're planning for the 1.0.
That's good though.
Because like I said, the updates that they've come out with so far are pretty huge. So like I can't even imagine. Like if they double the map size, I'm probably gonna just play Palworld, nothing else.
But I guess they have to double them out. They have to double the map size, or I mean, it only makes sense that there's going to be a ton of new content because you have to draw in. You have to give people a reason to want to pick the game up again. Like, people that have played Palworld a lot in early access, people who like might be burnt out from it a little bit, they have to feel like there's something new to go back to in this 1.0. It has to be like big and attention grabbing.
Maybe a story mode or something.
Ooh,
because there's really no story. The story is really, really vanilla in Palworld.
Okay, yeah. So maybe they're updating that too. So we'll see. 2026 is basically right around the corner. We still have a whole year within 2026, but it's the game launch is going to be here soon, guys. It's right here. It'll be here before you know it. So that's exciting news for Palworld fans. But in other more ridiculous, fucked up video game news, Jaja, don't know if you saw this, but we all know, we talked about the drama with Tencent's Light of Motrium, which is obviously another blatant ripoff of Horizon Zero Dawn. So they're in the middle of that lawsuit right now. So in response to Sony's legal action against Tencent, they branded the lawsuit an impermissible attempt to claim ownership of well-trodden tropes, such as a redheaded heroine fighting robot dinosaurs, in a bid by Sony to gain a monopoly over an entire genre. This sounds completely ridiculous, but I'm just going to go ahead. So they also claimed that Horizon itself is a ripoff of a game that came out in 2013 called Enslaved Odyssey to the West, which I had never heard of. But I looked it up, and it only like vaguely resembles Horizon. I don't think it resembles Horizon much at all.
Well, here they mentioned a couple games that it resembles. He's in Enslaved, The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Far Cry, Outer Wilds, Biomutant.
First of all, how does Horizon resemble Zelda Breath of the Wild? What are we talking about right now? Oh, I guess with the what are the machines that are walking around? Oh, you didn't play Zelda. I forgot there's like ancient tech wandering around, but it's not the same. It's literally not the same at all. Also, didn't Horizon come out before Zelda Breath of the Wild? It definitely did. So I don't even understand where that argument is coming from. But they were trying to say that, like, when Horizon was first coming out, they were concerned that their game resembled Enslaved Odyssey to the West. And they actually paused the game release for a while, but then they went ahead with the release anyway. But I looked up Enslaved Odyssey to the West, and it, like, to me, it, like, resembles it very lightly. Like, not anything that I would be concerned about, like, copyright issues or anything like that. So I feel like that's kind of a weak argument. But Horizon does not remind me of Breath of the Wild. These other games, maybe, but, like, not to the point where I would even think of it. I wouldn't even think of the games in the same thought. But, like, this game, Light of Motrium, literally, it's impossible to look at that game, the cover art, and anything about that game and not think of Horizon. Like, it's literally a blatant... Are you looking up Enslaved? Is that what you're looking at right now? Were you looking up Enslaved?
Yeah, I was just checking out to see how it looked a little bit.
What do you think?
So far, I mean, it's not gonna be as obvious as Light of Mortrum, but I mean, I haven't really seen it to see.
No, they were saying no.
Any resemblance. I haven't seen anything that resembles it as of right now, but I've only seen 2 seconds of gameplay. So
yeah, no, they were So they were saying Tencent was arguing that Horizon resembles Enslaved, and they were like, because when Horizon was coming out, when it was first coming out, they were concerned that their game was too similar to that game, so they paused it, but then they went ahead anyway. But to me, it doesn't really resemble it in any real way. But there's no way, like, Light of Motrium clearly resembles Horizon. It's not even oh, this looks a little bit like Horizon. It's like very much a copy paste. Like, even the cover art looks similar to Horizon's cover art. So to me, this argument that Tencent is making is a weak argument. And the games that they listed still don't even resemble Horizon enough for somebody to be like, you're copying this game. Like, none of the examples that they gave to me give that off, but they are very blatantly giving that off. So I don't know.
I just think this is a slippery slope, because it's like, how close does the game need to resemble another game for it to be copyright infringement? Like we said millions of times, almost every single game is copying another game or pulling inspirations from different games. I think it's a very slippery slope. Like, if your game is good, people are going to buy your game. They're going to see this other copy knockoff and it's whack. I don't think it's going to affect your game that much, to be honest. But yeah.
Well, it's not, because this game, we saw the gameplay for this game and it looks pretty bad to begin with. But Jaja, you saw the cover art.
I don't think people are gonna get confused and accidentally buy Light of Mortrum when they really wanted to buy Horizon. I don't think that's gonna happen.
They could, though. They changed the cover art, but before they changed the cover art, Jaja, it was pretty spot on. The cover art, at least. Like, there's no way that you would confuse the gameplay.
I mean,
like,
that's
once you
cool,
open the game and started playing.
It could be. We could compare it to the Palworld argument, where they say the Pals look like the Pokemon, and it's like, okay, I see what you're saying, but no, it's different. Like, yeah, maybe it was inspired by that, and maybe it looks very close to this Pokemon that you're talking about, but no, that's a Pal. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I just think that Tencent gave a very weak argument, though. Like,
I
think it's a clear copy, because it's like, at least try to make the main character. It's like they blatantly copied the main character too. At least make your character look different. Like it's very, very similar. Like in Palworld, there are obviously differences.
I kind of don't want to get rid of clone knockoff games. Maybe I don't think I'm ready to get rid of that.
It's just weird that Tencent, which is a very valuable, like very notable company, and I looked up like, yeah, I looked up
is absolutely insane. They own like 20% of like UMG. Like
Tencent
they're all over.
Tencent is worth a lot more than Sony is. Like I looked up, so Sony is valued at Sony's valued at $179.56 billion. Tencent is valued at $757 billion, $757.5 billion. So they're valued a lot higher than Sony. So to me, it's strange that they had to stoop to like a blatant copy of a game instead of coming up with their own creative original game. I don't know.
Or maybe they did this to mess with Sony. Because there are rumors
why would they need to mess with Sony?
They were in talks to make something with Sony that had something to do with Horizon. Like they were supposed to be a part of the live action version of the game. So maybe this is them just being super petty and doing all this litigation, not even trying to win. They just trying to make Sony burn money the same way Nintendo does.
No, but Sony's suing them though. They're not suing Sony.
No, but Sony still has to pay for legal services to do that.
That's true. Maybe. I don't know. I just think that like there are things that they could have done differently in their game to not make it like we saw the game when we first talked about this. We looked at the gameplay and like the gameplay obviously it does not look anywhere near as good as the gameplay of Horizon. I just think that they blatantly related it to Horizon so that people maybe would get confused or would think of Horizon when seeing this game just to make them gravitate towards this game and just buy it. Like I think that they did a blatant copy for that reason, but really they're just trying to sell a cheap game. But
I think they're messing with Sony. I think this is all like bully tactics and just I don't really think that they expecting Light of Mortrim to sell anything. I think they're really just messing with Sony.
It's definitely not. Like at this point you can buy Horizon for cheap. For way cheap. So
just because they can.
Yeah. So you could be right about that. But yeah, it's just kind of, I don't know. Their argument in the court case, though, is what is a weak argument because. Yeah,
it's like, oh, look, you copied people too. It's such a like first grade argument. And it just.
But it's like they're naming games that like they clearly didn't even copy. Like Breath of the Wild. How? It doesn't make any sense. It's not it's not similar at all in any regard. So. Whatever. It's funny to watch these things play out. So we're going to continue following this and see where this lawsuit goes. But yeah, it's a little bit ridiculous, Tencent. Be the bigger person because clearly you are the bigger company. So I don't understand why we're stooping to this level. But yeah, we'll see. Jaja, what's going on with the Stop Killing Games petition?
Oh, so yeah, we got a quick update. It looks because we know that they passed the number of signatures that they needed, but they need to make sure that these people lived in the EU. Well, I mean, in a place that the EU is recognized or governing over, like United States people couldn't sign up to this petition. So it looks like 97 of the percent of the signatures are valid. So, I mean, it looks like they're still going through it, but it looks like Parliament or their government over there is going to have to take a look at this and at least discuss it and see what can there be done if something needs to be done. It's just this petition allows this subject to be, talked about in government and maybe some legislation will come out of this. So it's just an update. This is something that I think is very, very important to follow to see what happens. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep following that and see what comes of it. As always, the EU trying to fight for rights that seem basic. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. All right. Moving off from video game news, let's get into some anime news. So this is the second. Oh my God, Jaja, you didn't even. Well, James is gone now. So we're going to talk about Demon Slayer right now and how it's doing in the box office so far. But what did you think of the movie?
So pretty much the exact review that I gave last week, that it did everything that I was looking for. Animation was crisp. I basically came to see the fighting, the animation. Like I know it's gonna happen, even though I completely forgot everything that happened. So one part of me is like going in like, oh man, I don't remember any of the story. Am I gonna get confused? Do I need to know what's happening with each character right now? But really, I came for the fight. So I was like, I don't really care. They'll remind me in the movie, which they did. It started to come back to me with some of the, some of the flashbacks and side stories they were introducing. It was starting to come back to me where everybody was at and like what was going on. But I mainly came to see the fights. And I saw the fights and I was thoroughly pleased by the fights. In terms of the pacing, I didn't really have a problem with the pacing until it started getting to the end. And I was like, oh, I see what's going on. When they got to Homeboy's backstory, like they literally like just dropped a half hour like anime episode in the and the problem is that it came like near the end, like I want to say by like hour 45, 2 hour mark, like I could have left and been perfectly fine. Like I didn't need the last like half hour, 45 minutes of this movie. Like all the good fighting and stuff has happened. They did all the good fights, all the good scenes.
Okay, it's all about the fighting for y'all and not about the story. They had to make us care about Akaza when he was dying. Yes.
Well, I mean, Demon Slayer to me is just like a bunch of short stories. Like every character has some traumatic background and we get it explained, and sometimes it's linked with another character, and like the story to Demon Slayer isn't like that.
Don't say
to
it.
Me.
I don't want to hear it. Okay.
Like get it. Everyone has some tragic background and I'm all for it. And part of it is like so the I kind of look at Demon Slayer like an arcade fighting game. Like, when it's like you pick a character and you're fighting each other and they talk to each other in the beginning. And sometimes, if these characters have some type of relationship in the story, they might have something interesting to say to each other before the fight. That's kind of how I look at Demon Slayer.
Okay.
I just went for the one-on-ones and I was not disappointed. I loved all of it. But yeah, his homeboy story dragged out at the end. Like it dragged. It really did. But
they have to make you, otherwise you're just otherwise you don't care. You're just killing the demons and you don't really care. I think the story was needed. I just think it was too long. I think they could have made it a little bit shorter. It didn't need to be a full 45 minutes of his story. It could have been. We could have trimmed it down a little bit, and I think it still could have been just as effective. Even more so, actually, because it wouldn't have felt like it was dragging. So I get that.
100% agree with you, and I feel like the next movies are going to do the same exact thing.
Oh, yeah, of course, because, again, they're stretching it out. They're stretching it out so long. But, yeah, of course it is. But, so, we'll talk about the box office. Demon Slayer is doing very, very well, both in the domestic and the international box office. So, last weekend when Infinity Castle came out, it opened with $70 million. So that's a record for any anime movie that has been released domestically. And it's about to break the record of the highest domestic total for any anime movie ever. So it had a bit of attrition over the week, which usually happens in movies. So it's like it had a large 70% attrition rate for the second weekend, but the film is still going to top 100 million this weekend, which beats out the Pokemon movie from 1999 that made 85.7 million domestically. And if that's the last time a record's been broken for an anime movie in the theaters, that's kind of crazy because that was a long time ago. That was 26 years ago.
Still. That was a big deal.
Too. That was a really big deal. I remember. Yep. I remember waiting online at the movie theater and it was packed. I remember it almost like it was yesterday. Good times for the first Pokemon movie.
Cried for that movie when something happened sad at the end. I forget.
Yeah. Ash turned into stone. When was the last time you've seen Pokemon? It's probably been a long time. I feel like I've seen it recently. Yeah. So, and then it's beating. So, internationally, I think it made like 500 million internationally so far, which is crazy. It's only been out. Well, it's been out in Japan for a little bit longer than it's been out in the US, but that's kind of crazy that it's made 500 million, and it's gonna beat its own record because Mugen Train made 486 million internationally. but it only made 49 million domestically. So the hype for Demon Slayer has definitely grown over the years. Back when Mugen Train came out, I feel like the hype for Demon Slayer, it was there, but it wasn't as big as it is now. So that makes sense. Sorry, and so far Demon Slayer has made 419 million worldwide. But it's by the time it's out the theaters, it'll easily be at 500 million. But that's
And you know what's funny? So when I went to go see it, I went to like a 5 o'clock showing. Yeah, like what was it, yesterday? That's Friday, right? But Saturday. And the theater was decently packed. Like it was pretty much for here. I would say it was packed, right? And it's funny because some people were sitting in my seat, and I had to tell them like, "Yeah, this is my seat."
Oh, don't you hate when that happens?
Yeah, it's happened to me a couple times, and it was it just made me notice the demographic of this movie. When I tell you that it was, so somebody was in my seat. It was an older gentleman, and he was there with two ladies, but they had to be over 40, all three of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, Demon Slayer's got a wide range audience. Like I wasn't expecting this.
Yeah, it is interesting. I'm not surprised though. It seems like a story that could reach people of all ages. Yeah, for sure. I think when I went to the theater, it was a bunch of young people, but it was cool because like people were like dressed up and like people were like dressed up as Demon Slayer characters. It was cool. It was a fun experience, for sure. And it was early in the morning, so I was surprised by that too. It was like 10 a.m. and like people were out, dressed up, and ready to see Demon Slayer. So I'm not surprised. But I mean, this was why they wanted to put their movie in the theater, because they wanted to recoup some money off of all of the amazing animation that they put their blood, sweat, and tears to. I saw something the other day that said like it took like to build the Infinity Castle, they used like something like 4 million 3D like puzzle block pieces or something like that. Hold on, let me look that up.
Yeah, that Infinity Castle will get you dizzy.
Yeah.
The way they were searching, well, I don't want to not really spoil the movie, but the way they were searching through the castle, I'm like, holy crap! Like, how can you cover this much surface area?
I should have saved that piece of information when I saw it, because of course now that I type it in, it's not coming up.
And it's funny, and the whole reason why you notice Homeboy's story is dragging, because they did like at least, I want to say 2, maybe 3 other stories that didn't last nearly as long.
Well, that's why people were complaining about the pacing, because like because they made his backstory so long, but we didn't see a lot of other like backstories last that long. That makes sense. Where is it?
But no, I was happy with the movie.
Yeah.
I might not go see it again, but I do want to watch it again after seeing like a Demon Slayer recap, like knowing what everything, having the story fresh in my brain. I want to see the movie.
Oh, you really forgot everything like that? Okay, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
For the most part, yeah.
Okay.
Especially what happens towards the end. Like I know the fights happen, but I forgot most of the details.
Well, that's why I said last week I forgot like who lives, who dies. I forget, but I think I remember, but not like very vividly. You're right, so I get that. But yeah, so congrats. It's like it's a huge success. So I guess they can look forward to making way more money when their other 2 movies come out. And I think their budget was only like 20 million or 50 million. It was one of those numbers, but they have definitely recouped their budget. So good for them. And they're only going to make more money when the other 2 movies come out, because obviously people are going to go see them because they want to know how the story ends. Mm-hmm. But if you want to know how the story ends, you could also read it, but also go see it because it was visually stunning. So congrats to Demon Slayer. All right, so DandaDan's over. I said that earlier. So they announced season 3, it looks like, but it's still in production. We don't know when it's coming out. I think it's not coming out until 2027. I saw an article earlier that it wasn't coming out next year. So that kind of sucks. That's why I'm reading it, because I hate waiting.
Got you. Yeah, I thought they announced the release date, but no, they just announced that it was going to be produced. Obviously, we're getting a season 3 at the end of it. Like, I was never doubting that.
Well, they announced that it's in production. So, oh no, they just announced season 3. Yeah, never mind. Of course we knew it was going to get a 3rd season. Never mind. But yeah, that's why I like to, if the manga is there and readily available for me to read, and I really like an anime, I'm just going to read it. I'm not going to wait. So I definitely want to know what happened. So I'll be reading the rest of the story.
Yeah, especially because season 2 didn't fall off at all.
Yeah, season 2 was great. I enjoyed season 2 immensely. Like, I enjoyed it way more than I enjoyed season 1. So it was a lot less weird and a lot more palatable. So I enjoyed it. So I'm definitely going to I definitely am reading it to see, like, what happens. All right. In other anime news, we'll talk about it once you finish it. I know you're behind, so I'm not going to spoil anything. But when you do catch up and finish, you got to let me know what you thought of it. All right.
Which one? DandaDan? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
In other news, God. All right. Jaja, you talk
You're
about
gonna
your
like
Attack on
this story.
Titan
This is
news.
a fun story. I put this in here just for you, Shannon.
Oh, okay.
Attack
What
on
is it?
Titan has officially been beaten. It has been dethroned.
Dethroned in terms of what? What was the title?
Popularity, being number one, whatever you want to call it.
I'm sorry. Attack on Titan was number one, according to who?
MAL, my anime list, the Bible.
I thought it's been beaten on my anime list. Wasn't Frerein number one for a long time?
Oh well,
Okay.
that's who this article is saying that beat it. So maybe this is old
yeah.
news.
Oh no, I mean it was published 4 days ago, so maybe not. Maybe
But
I thought
yeah,
it was. But...
Frerein took the number one spot. I know that's one of your go tos. And I like Frerein, but I don't like it that much. But yeah, it's knocked off Attack on Titan number one on MAL.
I like Frerein better than Attack on Titan in the later seasons.
Okay. That's cool.
When we started to get like, ooh, like this in Attack on Titan, that's when I'll say that like I prefer Frerein.
Oh, and we're getting a season 2 of Frerein January 2026.
Yes, I'm very excited about that. Very excited. So
listen, I'm all for things being better than stuff that's come out before it. Like, let's keep getting better, guys. I'm not bad at this. Maybe
I didn't
go back to Frerein and give it a second chance.
Wait, you never finished it?
No, I finished it. I just didn't like it as much as everyone else.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. I feel like a lot of people don't give Frerein a chance because it's so slow in the beginning. You don't like, and I know you finished it, but I'm just saying like what I've seen around, like most people are like in different anime pages that I'm in, they're like I tried Frerein, but I stopped at like episode 4 because it's so slow in the beginning. Like it takes forever for you to even understand where the story is going. It takes 6 episodes for the actual plot of the season to reveal itself. So I can understand that. I can understand why people like give up on it. And I always tell people, like, you just got to get to episode 6. And, like, giving something to episode 6 is a lot. That's a lot of time to give to something to actually, like, determine for something to, like, actually pick up. So I completely understand. But Frerein is definitely, I don't, like, why didn't you like it? Like, once it started picking up, like, what was your gripe with it?
I mean, don't get mad at me, but, like, the action was cool. The fights that happen at the end are absolutely amazing. It's just the story wasand that interesting to me. The plot. That's the plot.
Okay. So you didn't
I like some plot twists, some surprises, some dramatic stuff. It was just very like, oh yeah, we beat the Demon King and I'm training my protege and look, my protege is stronger than me and look how strong I am.
Okay, question, because I'm trying to establish a pattern here. So I know, would you say Attack on Titan is your favorite anime?
Yes.
What's your second favorite anime?
I don't want to just say that, but let me think about that.
Okay. I'm trying to establish a pattern. I'm trying to see something.
I don't want to just blurt out any anime, but
okay. Well,
name
some. It doesn't have to be your second favorite, but like name like 2 to 3 anime that you really enjoy.
Dragon Ball Z.
No, take Dragon Ball Z out. Besides that.
Yeah, you putting me on the spot right now. I'm trying to come up with like really good ones. I don't want to just give you random ones that I like. I could give you those all day.
Come back next week. Come back next week and let me know. Think about it. I'm just trying to see if you enjoy anime with like crazy, like out there plots. If that's your thing. So I was trying to establish that pattern in your. But we'll see. Because like you don't like Demon Slayer's plot that much. You don't like Frerein's plot, and like those plots are like kind of calm, but they're still really good. So
I think Windbreaker's plot is Tokyo Revengers is up there for me.
Another complicated, convoluted plot. There you go. Yeah.
What else? What's the other one where the little girl,
Spy Family?
Neverland.
Promise Neverland?
Promise Neverland. Yes, that's why I love that. I love that manga. Forget the anime. Anime season 1 is good. But the manga is where that one is at.
Well, yeah, season 1 of the Promised Neverland is peak. Season 2 was so bad, though.
I have
to read Promised Neverland because season 2 really that was really lazy writing. Okay. I got you.
Yeah, I like the really twisted. My story's got to be.
I see. Okay, so it can't be anything normal. Normal plots don't interest you.
Naruto's plot's really good.
Naruto's plot is really good.
Speaking of Naruto, we might be getting
Okay.
a Naruto sequel.
Okay, so wait, what? We're getting a sequel to Naruto, or we're getting a new story from the author of Naruto?
Well, we don't know. He just is itching to write a new manga, and it's people are speculating that it's going to be a Naruto sequel. He was talking about the inspirations that he took writing the original Naruto, and then he tried to write something else that didn't gain a lot of popularity. I'm trying to find the name of it, but it looks like he wants to come back with something that might be more in the Naruto vein.
I don't know if we need any more Naruto story. Is Boruto still going on, right? Like, that's still airing? There's still
I
chapters
believe
coming
so,
out?
and I'm enjoying the Boruto story, even though
You're
no,
enjoying
there's
the
no even
Boruto
no. I'm
story.
enjoying the Boruto, so I'm reading it. So
Never mind. I don't know where your taste is anymore. It's a little bit all over the place. It's all over the place. It's all over.
hey, it's time for everybody.
It's all over the place. Okay, maybe I'll figure it out. If you bring me your top 5 anime next week, then I'll be able to know for sure.
I'm not that into Juju and solo. I'm into solo leveling, but it's like this Frerein effect. Like I'm not into it as much as everyone else. But people are
Okay.
saying solo leveling is like just getting started. Like the story is like in its infancy. So maybe I should
Okay.
read solo leveling. I feel like I
Maybe.
need to get really far in it to agree with everybody else.
Yeah.
But
But also, if you don't
yeah,
agree with everyone else, that's totally fine. You like what you
I'm
like.
fine with that, Shannon. I have no
Yeah.
problem with that.
Like what you like. You don't like Frerein? That's fine. You don't like, what was the other one? What was the other one you said? You like Attack on Titan, and you like Tokyo Revengers and all the complicated animes. That's totally fine. That
Y'all,
is you.
you didn't watch Dead Demons Day
N-
Destruction.
no. I did not. I did not.
Assassination's Classroom is one of my tops.
Okay. Okay.
Come on,
I've never
Shannon.
seen that one.
Oh, you gotta see Assassination Classroom. That was good.
Okay. When animes have ridiculous names, it makes me not even want to go near them. Like that other one. What is it? What is it? Dead. Whatever you just said. How do you say it?
Dead Demons Day Destruction.
Those kind of animes with those kind of names make me not want to watch them.
That one kind of has a Tapaki, the original sin kind of feel to it.
Does it?
Yeah, not as depressing, but just like I don't know the style a little bit.
That one, I can add that one to my list. It'll probably be more towards the bottom, but it'll be there. It'll be there.
Not
Okay.
bad. My list is long that I gotta get to.
All right, yeah, you gotta let me know. Let me know next week. All right, Jaja, anything else before you wrap up for this week?
That's all I got.
All right. Well, everyone, thanks for joining us for another week of the Blerds and Nerds podcast. Like I said earlier, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're really trying to grow our YouTube audience. Thanks to everyone that listens to us on Apple Podcast, Spotify, whatever podcast app you listen to us on. Our audio episodes do very well, but we're trying to up it up on the YouTube, especially since I spend so much time editing these episodes for YouTube. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel and like and leave us a comment and let us know what you want to see or hear from us. But you can, in the meantime, you can like us on Facebook. You can follow us on Instagram at Blerds Nerds. Follow us on TikTok, BlerdsNerds_pod. Like I said, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Send us an email, blerdsnerds@gmail.com. If you are a creator of color in the nerd space and you want to come on the show to talk about your work, we're always looking for people to interview and like highlight their stuff. So shoot us an email if you're interested in that. Or you can listen to us again on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your podcast app of choice. As always, I'm Shannon.
I'm Jaja.
Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.
Peace.